In 2010, a movie named Harishchandra Chi Factory was released in India. But I won't talk about Harishchandra Chi Factory today. Today I am going to talk about the main character of that film, Dadasaheb Phalke, a person who made singers like A.R. Rahman and actors like Amitabh Bachchan who they are today. He is the first filmmaker of India. Hello and welcome to Arnav Talks. Dadasaheb Phalke was born as Dhundiraj Phalke on 30th April 1870. 1885, Phalke joined Sir J.J. School of Art and completed a one-year course in drawing. In 1895, he decided to do photography in Gujarat. There he saw a movie about Christ. He thought that why can't we show our stories in the form of these movies? So he sold off his wife's jewelry, went to London and bought a camera. If you want to see a movie about Dadasaheb Phalke, watch the Marathi movie Harishchandra Chi Factory. Coming back, he learned how to make a movie and made a movie called Raja Harishchandra. He was the cameraman, director, producer and sometimes actor. His children were actors and his wife was the makeup artist and the costume designer. After 3 films, he was able to pay back all his loans which he took. He went to London and did some screening of his films. Walton Studios loved his films and asked if he could make the films in England with a salary of £300, which was big back then. But Phalke refused because he wanted to film in India and wanted to continue that. Warner Bros. Wanted to buy 200 copies of his films and Phalke readily accepted. However, before the contract was made, he had to return to India because the studio was in a worrisome condition. When he returned to India, things went from excellent to terrible. He was in a tough financial condition. He received a loan and started filming Raja Shriyal, but couldn't complete it due to various reasons. Hey, can I get money for my next film? No. To get money for his next film, he approached the Swadeshi movement but without any luck. He approached newspapers as well, but only 3 people responded. Indian nationalists like Bal Gangadhar Tilak tried helping Phalke through the Paisa Fund glass works but could not succeed. During 1916, Phalke undertook a tour to raise money. He screened his films at Aundh, Gwalior, Indore, Zamkhandi and Miraz. The King of Aundh granted rupees 1,000 and the Princess of Indore provided a total of rupees 6,500 as a payment of his shows. Between 1916 and 1917, he made a film called Satyavadi Raja Harishchandra as Raja Harishchandra lost its fame. The film tape was almost 1 kilometer and it was screened on the 3rd of April at Aryan Cinema, Pune. He also made a documentary how movies are made to demonstrate the filmmaking process to the financiers, but it did not help. Made another film called Lanka Dahan. The film depicted the episode of the burning of Lanka in the Ramayana. It was 3,000 feet, that is 910 meters long. It was screened once again at Aryan Cinema on 17 September 1917. When the film was screened at the West End Cinema, he collected 32,000 rupees within the first 10 days. The film was a commercial success and Phalke could repay all of his debts with his earnings. And even after all of this, when the industry got money, India forgot Phalke. The person who literally started an industry which is worth $2 billion in India died a broke man. In his last days, V.S. Shantaram, the legendary filmmaker of India, gave him an award of 5,000 rupees, and he even wanted to use that money to make films. Dadasaheb Phalke used the magic of filmmaking to start an industry. And I'm using another magic called the internet to share Phalke's magic with you. And after all, what you see on screen is magic.